Hello everyone, I'm back with an entry. That will be entry number 3 to the crime diary. And this story has just been getting a lot of attention on social media. So I wanted to touch on it. There's not really a lot of info just yet regarding, the whole situation. But I'll go ahead and give you guys what I have. So on Friday, January 7th, 20-year-old Eric White, 21-year-old Brittany, which was Eric's white girlfriend, and their 1-year-old, I don't want to butcher it. I want to say it sounds like Kier. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. They were in a black Audi in Indiana. According to Lake County Sheriff's Office, police officers spotted Eric driving that black Audi about 11:30 a.m. and they noticed that he was speeding and he also ran a red light. The officers eventually lost sight of the Audi due to the Audi speeding, and then when they caught up to the Audi, they signaled, of course, for him to pull over. It should have been a routine traffic stop. Eric White refused to stop, and that's when the chase began, unfortunately. It was reported that officers clocked the Audi going more than 130 miles per hour during this pursuit. Indiana State Police reported then Eric in the black Audi, along with his girlfriend and his 1-year-old son, led police to the highway where the chase pursued. It was at that time, unfortunately, it seems like White, going more than 130 miles per hour, lost control. He ran into the back of an 18-wheeler. And then after he ran into the back of the 18-wheeler, the car swerved, hit a rail on the side of the freeway. And then as it was slowly backing away from that rail, it was then T-boned on the passenger side by the same 18-wheeler that he had just before ran into the back of. Police actually had to wrestle Mr. White, the driver, out of the vehicle. They said when they walked up to the vehicle, he was unconscious. Once they touched him, he started grabbing the steering wheel, refusing to leave the vehicle, and they had to literally drag him out, and the vehicle was on fire at this point. It was reported that it was the car's engine compartment that actually caught fire. So they were trying to wrestle him out of this burning vehicle. He had his hands on the steering wheel, basically refusing to be removed. Officers were successful in getting him out of the vehicle, and at that point they weren't aware that there was actually a passenger and also that there was a 1-year-old baby in the backseat. Police officers learned about the passenger, Brittany Griffin. The couple's 1-year-old son, Kier Lucas, was in the back seat when reports came in stating that there was a body on the freeway not too far from the car crash. The facts came out that when Eric White ran into the back of the semi, it took the roof off of the Audi, and just from the force of the impact, Brittany was through at least 100 yards out of the vehicle. Sadly, she was also decapitated due to the force of that impact. And the officers also found 1-year-old Kier in the back seat. Although Kier was in a car seat doing all this, he was still found, as reports say, mangled and unresponsive. After the accident, White was actually transported to a hospital for treatment. Said he had a large gash on his face, and then after the treatment from the hospital, he was later transferred to the jail. Eric White was consequently charged with neglect of a dependent resulting in death. He was also charged with 2 counts of resisting arrest, and when he was found, he had a gun on him, so he also was charged for that as well. And the charge for the gun was a misdemeanor for carrying a handgun without a license. And as I stated, it is getting a lot of attention on social media. You have his family putting statements out there, and you have her family putting statements out there. Between the two families, it seems the consensus is Eric White made a horrible mistake, and they're not holding that against him. They still love him. They know how much love he had for his girlfriend and also his 1-year-old child. And of course, you got people in the comments stating that he deserves life, he killed his family, and it's just a lot of bickering back and forth. But it seems like both families have really come together in support for Eric White. And there's also a video floating around on social media that shows Eric White was able to make bond today, which is Monday, January 11th. And the video, he's being released from jail and he's immediately surrounded with Brittany's family. And you could just hear him saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And I believe he's embracing Brittany's mom, which would be his mother-in-law. And she's just hugging him, crying, saying that she forgives him. It's just a really sad situation. You have these two lives that were lost from a very dumb decision. I hate to say dumb, but it was just really reckless to go on that police chase knowing that you had your family in the car. You obviously got a girl that loves you. Just go ahead and pull over, take that charge. You know she's gonna hold you down. She's gonna get you out. At least you get to come home to your family, your girlfriend and your baby. But based on the decision that you made, that's not an option anymore, unfortunately. And it's sad to say, because the baby was the most innocent in all this. He had no say-so, only 1 year old. So as I said, this is a fairly new case. There's not much more details than that, but of course I will keep you updated as I continue to research and find information as this case moves along. So be sure that you guys like, subscribe, so that you will get that notification when I do keep you guys updated. And I would love to hear your feedback, what you think about this case in the comments.